Good evening and welcome to the Monday, April 21st, 2025 Lackawanna City Council regular business meeting. Council President Morano is excused this evening. This is the first meeting he's missed and has not ran in 5+ years. That's well over 125+ meetings, regular, special, and public hearings. He let us know a couple weeks ago he would not be able to attend today or tomorrow. So we decided to end his streak. I'm sure he'll be back next month to start another one. So moving forward, we're going to start with our caucus, which is used to discuss the various agenda items amongst council members with additional input from our department head if needed. Immediately followed by our general meeting where the voting takes place. There's a sign-up sheet on the podium as usual available for residents to sign to address the council on agenda items. The meeting is being recorded, so please act accordingly. And no cell phones, please. Before we proceed, I'd like to welcome our new city attorney, Ariana Kwiatkowski. I'm sure we as a council look forward to working together for the betterment of Lackawanna.
Thank you.
And wish her the best of luck in her new endeavor.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to the caucus then. Approval of minutes, controller's office, check listing, clerk's report. We usually ask questions of that during the week if we have any. So we'll move on to item number 4. Communication from our council member McFly, for discussion, the limited operation hours of the city Center Street playground. She sent a letter to the council members. Would you like to read the letter or?
Sure, I can read it into the record.
Sure.
I wrote a letter to your honorable body on April 16. Dear respected city council members, I believe it's important to discuss the limited operational time that the Center Street playground is available to our community members and children. When discussing the splash pad, we were never told that the playground would not be accessible when the splash pad was closed. The current setup does not allow children to play at the playground during the fall, winter, spring, or during inclement weather days during the summer. The start and closing time of the splash pad also dictates when children can and cannot play on the playground. Approximately $1.4 million was spent on a playground that only operates roughly 3 months out of the year. We need to reach a solution where this playground is accessible to children even when it's not hot enough to run the splash pad. Having to wait until approximately noon to play or stop playing at 7 p.m. in the summer when the sun sets approximately at 9 is absolutely absurd. And that's how I ended the letter to your honorable body. And as I stated in the letter, when we discussed the dimensions, the logistics, all of the ins and outs of the splash pad, even prior to me being on the city council, because this was a project that was prior to me hopping on board. During my tenure, the time of operations was never discussed because I always believed that it was separate from the playground. I understand that the splash pad isn't gonna actually have water fountains during the spring, winter, and fall. And then of course on days where it's too cold during the summertime. But it never dawned on me, nor did I bother to ask because I just thought it was illogical to not have a playground operating when it's totally separate from the splash pad. Then moving forward to when the project was finally completed last year, when it was finally opened on July 8th last year, it then had a schedule attached to it. Again, it didn't raise any flags to me because I assumed it only correlated with the splash pad. However, I drive down Center Street and I see no kids after 7 and locked gates. And I also am privy to the buzz from parents that complain and say, why isn't the playground available to our children? What does the playground have to do with the splash pad? So after a while, you realize that this is a problem. So I believe that this is something that we should address, just simply by discussing it at first and looking for solutions and getting some insight from some of the departments that may have some insight to things that we may not be privy to. I'm open for options, but having a $1.4 million splash pad to sit there and literally rot in weather with no use 9 months out of the year is just beyond me.
Right, I don't know what's the solution could be. I don't know if you could put a fence between them and, you know, put a gate there or something.
My understanding-
Or stuff like that, or, I know there was damage there before, I don't know if it was on a playground or basketball courts. I remember the basketball courts had damage, so I don't know what we could do. What were you gonna say, Carl?
No, I was gonna ask Recreation Director times of,
So my understanding is, as you said, that there was damage within days of the splash pad and the playground opening. A lot of damage. The bathhouse was destroyed. There was part of the splash, one of the guns on the splash pad was broken. The spongy surface of the playground that's protected was all gouged out. People letting their dogs over there, so then it was decided to fence it in because of that. And once again, I was not involved in any of that. That's what my understanding is. And then when they looked at fencing it in and separating the playground from the splash pad, because of the way the concrete is poured and the pipes are run underneath, they couldn't fence them separately. So then the decision was made to fence the whole thing and post hours. And then we hired employees to supervise the splash pad last summer. And that's why those hours were listed as 11 to 7.
So
That was the answer, last summer.
from the inception though of the splash pad, there was always a fence surrounding it. That wasn't an addition after the splash pad was operational. It was already included as part of the design. So it looked like it was already intended to have limited hours.
May I?
Yes.
Yes.
So when the splash pad was first designed, there was no fence at all. So then we looked at different options. We met with the engineering firm, we met with fencing contractors to see, like Kathy said, to see if we could just fence in the splash pad and the bathroom area. And the way that it's designed with the concrete and with all the pipes underneath the ground, it just didn't work. So we had to do the whole perimeter like that. And we did leave it open like the first 3 days. And then that's when all that damage happened, just within the first 3 days. So then we had to make the decision, administrative decision that, we need to hire employees to watch it and you just can't leave it open.
Right,
So that's-
the decision to have employees is for sure because you're dealing with water and.
So we did look at an option just to fence. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
We did look at the option just to fence in the splash pad.
Again, or
No, prior.
prior?
So you can't put the fence across because you'll hit the pipes underneath the concrete?
Correct, and the way that the concrete is laid out also, yes.
aren't we adding more equipment to that playground
We did, it's done. We added another section inside,
inside?
It's still confined with.
still confined. Last year, we looked at an option to put more playground equipment like swing set, like a jungle gym outside next to like the basketball court. So at least there's something accessible for the children. So we did have Parkitects, which is a company who builds playgrounds, come out, give us some drawings. We have all that still. Some concrete work would have to be done, so all the sidewalks are ADA compliant, where it brings you to the new playground equipment. So that is an option moving forward, if it's budgeted.
So we could add on over by the basketball court some play equipment, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we had
That would be.
Parkitects come out last year and give us a drawing, some different options,
The other option that we had discussed is then potentially hiring another employees to open the splash of maybe earlier in the year and for more hours, but then we would have to hire someone else to basically watch it because it got destroyed last year. So that was the reason for the fence.
We put some cameras up there, didn't we?
From my understanding, I don't think the cameras were much of a deterrent. And then it's children So they're, whatever they're damaging, then they, you can't get anything out. You gotta get the parents to maybe pay restitution, and I don't think that's been successful either.
Sad.
It's finding the
Sad
kid
times.
and then
Sad
get the parents to
times.
pay the restitution.
Yeah, we've had damage in other playgrounds where either residents would take pictures of the kids, and I know right now, I believe a few kids are in family court going through the damage that they did to Victory Playground. So, like Kathy said, I don't think that's been very successful.
Can't get blood out of a stone.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we also, just having it sit there 9 months out of the year without any kind of activity, and then even on the days where the splash pad has the potential of opening, the weather dictates whether or not we can operate, and the limited hours during the summer, it just does not make sense. And as taxpayers, as representatives of the city, we have to figure something out. We can't just go by this. What was used, it was actually beneficial to us to just keep it as a playground. At least the kids could utilize it. There's warm days in the winter, there's hot days in the fall and spring. And they're looking at this park, this beautiful park, and they have to go elsewhere to play. It just doesn't make sense at all.
What are the times of the operations?
According to the charter, the parks are open from May 1st to October 31st. But the splash pad is, I don't think we have a set date to open the splash pad. The mayor was talking when school lets out at the end of June. But the operational hours are listed as 11 to 7.
And all the playgrounds don't open until May 1st.
Yeah, no playground is supposed to open until May 1st.
All right, we gotta move on. Number 5, city controller requests the city council approve an ordinance transferring budget appropriations between accounts within the fire department. That's just a lateral move of funds. Yes, I can't hear you.
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. So there's no money out of the general fund or anything like that, okay.
Yeah.
Number 6, city controller requests the city council approve the ordinance to transfer funds in the amount of $300,000. That's for Kirby Street, Kirby Avenue repaving, and that's CBG funds. You got, Dan?
Yes, yep. Community Development Block Grant Program, $300,000. Full reimbursement when the project's complete.
So as the project's finished, then general fund will be reimbursed.
Correct.
And is that going out to bid yet or anything?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
No, this is the first step, approval of funding, then next will be approval from the council to go out to
So when this
bid.
goes out to bid, I mean, do they know we have a $300,000 budget for that? Or do we go by?
If they watch this, they do.
Well, I know, that's what I'm getting at, we're kind of short. our cards.
Well, so, before my time, when this Kirby was first talked about, we do have a contract with CPL for Kirby. So they did put some figures together, all the drawings are done, and I told them we have, a $300,000 budget, so some of the scope of work has changed. Like before, original plan was new curbs, new sidewalks, but we had to scale back just to milling, paving, new ADA compliant ramps. So they're pretty confident that
We're
300,000.
taking out, we're not adding on.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Sign of the times.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Number 7, Mayor. Director of Parks and Recreation requests city council approve the use of Ridgewood Village field by LA Sports Club on Saturday, 8 to 4. Victory Playground on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. from May 3rd until July 31st, 25. Proof of insurance is provided. So they've been doing this for quite a long time.
They've been doing this at
10
the
years.
stadium, and the stadium's not available, so
Right, so now-
alternatives.
Now they're coming over here. Okay, thank you. And that's it. Communications from citizens. Brian J. Gannon, President of Normie Gannon and Sons Funeral, requests the City Council approve Commissioner's deed status for Patrick J. Gannon, Vice President of Corporation and resident of Lackawanna. Any questions? No? Number 9, Caitlin Zaworski requests City Council approve the Lackawanna Department's annual torch walk to benefit Special Olympics. The event is to be held on Saturday, May 17th, 2025. Registration beginning at 12 p.m. to Senior Center. And we had some flyers and road closure information attached. This is also has been going on for what, 4 or 5 years now? It's a nice event.
This is a great event, if I may. I participated in several of them, and it's a great way not only to support Special Olympics, but I think it's a great opportunity for the public, your average Joe, to come out and meet some law enforcement and see them, you know, to engage and interact with them, and they do a fine job. It's always so well organized. Caitlin does a fabulous job, along with Lackawanna Police Department, and you know, having great secure pathways and for the runners and then for the walkers to go in a different route. It's a great time, and I encourage us all to register.
Thank you.
There's my little plug, Caitlin.
Anybody else? Business registrations, Max Advanced Brakes, USA Incorporated. Simon Purevit, 8 Donut Street. Oh, that's auto parts supplier. That's in new warehouse building. Domino's Pizza, Curly Hawk LLC, Adam Baldwin, 954 Ridge Road, Pizzeria. Glad to see that building's being used. Amana Enterprises LLC, El Zadeen Mohammed, 642 Ridge Road, Real Estate Office. We got some table items. I'm gonna remove some stuff from the table, some business. Musics.
Entertainment license.
Entertainment licenses, okay. Sunny Reds, 1841 Abbott Road, Justin Barrett and Dave Beers, amended. These have all been amended. Jokers, 1783 Electric, Lance Boja, amended. Steel City Pub, John Bonatani, 1449 Abbott Road. And the Ice House Pub, Annette Welsh, 715 Ridge Road. And if I may, these have all been amended as far as, our city clerk says, as far as the live music and the mechanical music. And, which is what, live music ends at 11?
Live music ends at 11, mechanical can go until 4, but most places are closing between 2 and 3.
All right, awesome. Any questions? So they've been amended on their application.
Correct.
So there'll be no problem, hopefully. Anybody else have any questions? That's it. So we'll go to our regular meeting, all right? Stand for pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, take a roll call, please.
Maflahe? Present. Anderson?
Here.
Moretti?
Here.
Sirdike?
Present.
And Morano is excused. Department heads. Law?
Present.
Development and marketing is excused. Public works?
Here.
Public safety?
Here.
Comptroller?
Here.
And recreation.
Here.
Hearings from citizens.
Okay, we have 3 hearing from citizens.
John Ingram.
Mr. Ingram.
John Ingram, 25 Church Street. 2 things, one about the playground. I do believe that during the summer months, maybe you could keep it open, because the days are long from 7 to 9, maybe. I'm just saying, but I do remember, even after 9 o'clock, around 10, 11 o'clock, the playground was getting destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Even before you put anything in there. People would come every day. I remember hearing people come talk about kids vandalizing, urinating, doing all kinds of stuff. So you're gonna have to put a limit, especially since you got the splash pad, whatever, when it opened up. We need to have some place for the children to be able to play, but we also have to remember the cost that it costs them every time they destroy something, tear it up. That's a lot of money that people put in there to get it. I know where I live at, I know municipal housing is about to do a splash pad. And about to have a splash pad there. And one of the concerns that one of the tenant council presidents, whatever, is to make sure that it doesn't get destroyed. Make sure it doesn't get tore up. I can tell you for a fact, I'm sorry to say, even before y'all put any piece of equipment down there in that playground, it had some issues. And really now you have issues. It wasn't 3 days when y'all put the stuff in, it cost almost $20,000 more to get it fixed back up. So you're gonna have to come up with a solution where if you can't hire no more people to work it, or you can't open up, it's gonna be some limitations. And in the summertime, maybe you can extend it to from 11 to 9 because of the daylight time, and because the summer is longer, it's hotter. But you have to remember that we have people that don't obey the rules, they tear up everything. And I hope that we can come with a solution. We want to see the kids play, but we want to make sure they have a safe place to play in. You know what I'm saying? Number two, I want to talk about every year when CBG money come up, it's used for one thing, paving roads, whatever. CBG money was not made for just paving roads. CBG money was supposed to be made for so if other community stuff that want to be done, that people can apply for it. I know when you have CBG money, CBG means it's early in the morning, 9 o'clock. Most residents can be there. I hope that it's changed, the time changed, when people in other programs could ask for some of that money. That money was never designed just for the paved roads. Now, if those of you think, I remember sitting up the same meeting at the library to talk about CBG money. I can promise you for next year, we're gonna be talking about some of the community activities can ask for some of that money. I understand we need a road paved and whatever, but it cannot just be you take the CBG money. That money could go out to different programs around this community. And that's what we should be doing. And we should go for bigger and better money. But I want to thank y'all for what y'all do, whatever. Congratulations to for recreation. Thank you for the light that's going to be coming up soon. I understand you work hard, but I understand that we as citizens have to talk about what needs to be done for our whole community. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Lynette Wells?
I think we're good, because we amended it, so we're all set.
Yeah.
So we don't need to speak. And she got a new decibel reader,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right. Thanks, Lynette.
All right, thank you.
Melinda Martin?
Yeah, I'm with her.
Oh, you're together?
Thank you, guys.
We're in red for Bingus Day.
We're just waiting to see how we vote.
Yeah, really.
Okay, that's a good one. All right. That's it.
Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of April 7th, 2025.
Maflahe moves to adopt the minutes of the regular meeting of April 7, 2025 as written.
Anderson second.
Motion by Maflahe, second by Anderson to adopt minutes of the regular meeting of April 7th, 2025 as written. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. Departmental reports 1 through 3.
Maflahe moves to receive and file, move and file departmental reports 1 through 3.
Second survey.
Motion by Maflahe, second by Sirdike to receive and file departmental reports 1 through 3. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. Councilmember Maflahe submits for discussion the limited operational hours of the Center Street Playground.
Motion to receive and file. Second by Murray.
Motion by Sirdike, second by Moretti to receive and file. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. City Comptroller requests the City Council approve the ordinance transferring budget appropriations between accounts within the Fire Department.
Maflahe moves to receive and file and act on ordinance.
Moretti second.
Motion by Maflahe, second by Moretti to receive and file act on ordinance. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. An ordinance amending the 2024-2025 budget ordinance to decrease funds in the training school's budget code in the amount of $39,000 and increasing funds to repairs, building, and equipment budget code in the amount of $39,000.
Maflahe moves to adopt ordinance as written.
Moretti second.
Motion by Maflahe, second by Moretti to adopt ordinance as written. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. City Comptroller requests the City Council approve the ordinance to transfer funds in the amount of $300,000.
Motion to receive and file act on ordinance.
Maflahe seconds.
Motion by Sirdike, second by Maflahe to receive and file act on ordinance. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. An ordinance amending the 2024-2025 budget ordinance to transfer funds in the amount of $300,000 to increase the amount in the capital fund interfund transfers and allocate these budgeted funds to the Kirby Avenue paving project.
Maflahe moves to adopt ordinance as written.
Anderson seconds.
Motion by Maflahe, second by Anderson to adopt ordinance as written. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Miranda, yeah, carried 4-0. Director of Parks and Recreation requests City Council approve the use of Ridgewood Village Field by LA Sports Club on Saturdays 8 to 4, Victory Playground on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5:30 to 7:30, from May 3rd until July 31st. Proof of insurance will be provided.
Maflahe moves to approve the request.
Anderson seconds.
Motion by Maflahe, second by Anderson to approve request. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. Brian J. Gannon, President of Norman E. Gannon and Sons Funeral Home, requests the City Council approve Commissioner of Deeds status for Patrick J. Gannon, Vice President of the corporation and a resident of Lackawanna.
Maflahe moves to approve Commissioner of Deeds status.
Moretti second.
Motion by Maflahe, second by Moretti to approve Commissioner of Deeds status. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. Kalen Jaworski requests the City Council approve the Lackawanna Police Department's annual torch walk to benefit the Special Olympics. The event is to be held on Saturday, May 17th, 2025, with registration beginning at 12 p.m. at the Senior Center.
Motion to approve requests refer to Public Safety and Public Works, please.
Maflahe seconds.
Motion by Sirdike, second by Maflahe to approve request, refer to Public Safety and Public Works. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. Business registrations, Max Advance Breaks, Domino's Pizza, and Amana Enterprises.
Maflahe moves to approve business registrations A through C.
Second, Sirdike.
Motion by Maflahe, second by Sirdike to approve business registrations A through C. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0.
We're gonna need a motion. I'll make a motion to remove from the table items A through D.
Maflahe.
Moretti second.
Motion by Sirdike, second by Moretti to remove from the table items A through D. A, Sunny Reds, 1840, oh,
Wait, you
sorry,
have to vote.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. Sunny Reds, Abbott Road, Justin Barron's, David Beers, they did amend their entertainment license.
Motion to approve Class 1 Entertainment Sunny Reds is amended.
Anderson second.
Motion by Sirdike, second by Anderson to approve Class 1 entertainment license as amended for Sunny Reds. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. Jokers, 1783 Electric Avenue, amended their entertainment license as well.
Maflahe moves to approve Class 1 entertainment license as amended.
Anderson second.
Motion by Maflahe, seconded by Anderson to approve Class 1 entertainment license for Jokers as amended. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. Steel City Pub, 1449 Abbott Road, amended their license as well.
Moretti moves to approve Class 1 entertainment for Steel City Pub.
Anderson seconds.
Motion by Moretti, second by Anderson to approve Class 1 entertainment license for Steel City Pub as amended. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0. Ice House Pub, 715 Ridge Road, amended their Class 1 entertainment license.
Moretti moves to approve Class 1 entertainment license, Ice House Pub, as amended.
Anderson second.
Motion by Moretti, second by Anderson, to approve Class 1 entertainment license for Ice House Pub as amended. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0.
Any old business anyone wants to bring up?
Not old business, but if I may, close the meeting in honor of two individuals.
Sure.
So over the past week, we lost two individuals from the city, one of them being Geraldine Schiavi, who is a family member of the mayor's. I'd like to close in her honor. And the second individual is someone that is a Lackawanna guy through and through. We lost Chris Nicholson Senior, and anyone who knows him knows how much heart he had. And the first time I ever met him was during a snowstorm. I had a resident call me, her tree fell, and I put it out on Facebook, and everybody that responded to it tagged him. He was your guy.
Yeah.
And I reached out and I called him, and he was there within an hour. I heard his music blasting in his truck before I actually seen him pull up. And he was ready and willing to do whatever needed to be done. And that's the person that I've grown to know consistently while knowing him. And he was someone that was there for you, whether you needed something fixed or whether Lackawanna Legends baseball field or the Little Loop needed some kind. He was also known as Coach Boots. I met his daughter today, beautiful, beautiful girl, and I told her how much I know she's gonna miss him, but I also told her that the city's gonna miss him as well, so.
Yes, he's a good worker. Man.
That's all.
Anybody want to-
I'm gonna add one more. This is in honor of my father, Robert E. Sirdike. He was council president 50 years ago. I got his gavel.
There you go.
So, from 1976 through 1980, he was council president. Now I got to use his gavel. So,
Somebody
At
want
all?
to make a motion?
Hmm?
Somebody needs to make a motion.
I'll make the motion for all three of those, please.
Sure. Motion by Sirdike, second at all, in memory of Robert E. Sirdike, Geraldine Schiavi, and Chris Nicholson Senior. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Carried 4-0.
That's it.
There you go.
All right, stop hitting your